Hey, it's Rebecca, Marina Messenger, and I want to tell you how to use 2 awesome sacred chants for miraculous emotional healing. Now, I'm certified in all kind of healing techniques, and I specialize in emotional healing, sexual healing, spiritual healing. So I want to tell you about these awesome chants that you can use to speed up the process. And I learned about it from Dr. Pillai, who is a wonderful teacher I've been following a few months. And he is really focused on midbrain miracles. What is the midbrain? The midbrain is the pineal gland, the thalamus system, the pituitary, and even the brainstem. It's a part of the brain that doesn't know the difference between reality and fantasy. When you set the intention to bring something to your midbrain for healing, it's much faster than if you just set the intention and try to do it. And aren't we all for speed? That's what the internet's all about. So how can you use this for emotional healing? Well, the one word is Kleem. It's a sacred sound. This attracts love to you, and it really, really works. Chant Kleem all the way to go out when you're going out dancing. You will not sit down. And the other word is Adakata. That's how it's pronounced. Adakata. And this changes the atomic structure of your brain. I read about it in Dr. Pillai's book, which I recommend that you get. And here's how it works. I want you to focus on an emotion that you would like to shift. Now, here's an emotion that almost everybody has, so let's practice with it. Let's take your anxiety about not having enough money. Now, if you're watching this and you're really wealthy, well, good for you, and I'm very happy. However, you may have anxiety about someone taking your money. There's almost always some kind of anxiety going on about money, whether it's keeping it, getting it, whatever. Take your particular anxiety about not having enough money, or somebody's going to take my money, how am I ever going to make it? Just close your eyes and focus in on that emotion. And imagine that you're putting that emotion in a bubble of light. And I want you to write a label on the bubble of light that contains this package of emotion. Mother says that when you name something, you can heal it. When you acknowledge something by naming it, that in itself is miraculous. So write anxiety over not having enough money. Anxiety, someone's going to take my money. Anxiety, I can't make my house payment. Whatever it is. And then, while you're writing that label on there, we need to measure it. So think of the intensity of this emotion on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 would be really, really high. You can barely sit here and watch this video. 1 would be very low. Pick another emotion. So, go ahead and get your rating, and then bring that bubble of light into your midbrain. Doesn't matter if you don't know exactly where it's at. It's in the middle of your brain, and it's also known as a primitive brain, but I don't like to think of it as primitive because this is a part of the brain that can help you have miracles. So, to change the atomic structure of your brain and your thoughts around that emotion, you chant Adakata. So, chant with me, putting your awareness on your bubble of light that encases your emotion. Now, when I do this in class, I do it a full 3 minutes. You're going to begin to feel a shift before the 3 minutes. However, if you keep on for 3 solid minutes, I have found that more levels and layers of the emotion dissipate. So, got your emotion in your midbrain? Here we go. Adakata. I want you to chant with me, by the way. Adakata, Adakata, Adhikara, 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 Adhikara. You continue chanting Adhikara as you listen to the sound of my voice. Continue chanting Adhikara as you imagine a vortex of light swirling around that bubble of emotions that you've placed in your midbrain, swirling around it and actually atomically penetrating and shifting the very frequencies of that emotion. Imagine that it's easy, without a healing crisis of any kind, as you continue to chant Adhikara, 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 Adhikara. Continue chanting Adhikara as you imagine the light just coming into your midbrain and so easily transforming that emotion and lifting the burden of that emotion from your shoulders. Adhikara, 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 Adhikara. Check in now on the intensity. If the intensity still feels high, stop this video and chant Adhikara by yourself. You can do it. Another minute or two, and then come back. Start the video. So now I want you to bring your awareness to that packet of negative emotion, and I want you to imagine you still got the bubble of light. It may be a much lighter color now. We're going to rename this emotion. What would you prefer to have instead of anxiety over money? Would you like to have assuredness that the money you need will be there? Would you like to have confidence? Would you like to have a feeling of safety? Would you like to have a feeling that you're loved and taken care of, even though you can't figure out with your brain how it's going to work? Write that label. If you want to use several words, write several words. And the phrase that I have found that enhances is Kleem, like clean with an M. And Dr. Pillai says just the very sound, close your lips when you do clean, that activates the midbrain, that sound all by itself. So we're going to chant Kleem for the positive emotion. And I have found with my students that chanting Kleem for the positive emotion helps it to be firmly ensconced, and it causes this feeling of joy. So if joy comes bubbling in, embrace it. By the way, if you have joy in your life, you can manifest anything. So here we go. Putting your awareness on the now enhanced bubble of light, shifting to the emotion that we want. Kleem, 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 Kleem. It's almost sensual, isn't it? Kleem, 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 Kleem. I like to close my lips on the M so that it tingles a little bit. Try it. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. When you do that, you can just feel the sound going up into your midbrain. Now, I like to chant Kleem at least 30 times. It just feels good. So that's how I use Kleem. I can never line up this paper right with the camera. See, even if you can't do anything right, just do it anyway. You know what? People love you when you mess up, especially if you admit it. I admit it a lot. So this is Rebecca Marina Messenger. I want to thank Dr. Pillai. Oh, for Pete's sake. Dr. Pillai! There you go. For his midbrain miracle science. Use this on all kind of emotions. Come visit me on my website. I have lots of classes using all these for very specific topics. And if you like this kind of information, subscribe to my channel. If you like more information about Dr. Pillai, just put his name in YouTube. There's fabulous, fabulous videos that you can enjoy and that really, really work. These concepts I've tried out with lots and lots of my students, incorporating the healing techniques I'm already certified in. So God bless. And you know what? Kleem, Kleem, Kleem.